Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well and staying safe during this time. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Like I said, thank you so much for checking me out. If you haven't done so, please make sure to hit that subscribe button just right below the video. Cool, thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. And if you're returning, welcome back. Thanks again for your support. I truly do appreciate having you here.
Take a look at this from chart analyst Leb Crypto, who wrote the following. Hidden bullish divergence on the monthly chart at 3 touch points over 1 year. Here, I can make this full screen. This is what he's talking about here. And then he said the following. This is why XRP rips so strong so fast. When XRP eventually does rally hard to $8 and beyond, make sure to take profits as it's going up. It'll definitely come back down very fast. And I do think that's correct. I'm wondering, as Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, as XRP gets up to some of those higher levels, say it is $8 or $10 or $12 or $15, who's going to be calling that market cycle for XRP to go to $50 or $100? I'm sure there'll be some people saying it. I don't think that's particularly reasonable. We'll see. I mean, I'm not making an actual price prediction. It's just the higher your prediction is, the more I'm like, a little less confident. With every dollar up that you predict, I'm like, a little less confident, little less confident. You start getting up to that type of range. I'm not saying it can't ever get there, but this market cycle, whew, that's a tall order, my friends. And so I will be selling personal on the way up, and I'll be happy to share as I'm selling on the way up and what percentage of my XRP holdings I'm selling. I'm not going to say the total amount that I'm selling. I'd rather keep that private. I probably always will keep that private, but happy to share the percentage at least. And because here's the thing. I'm not worried about selling the top. I'm really seriously not. I think this is all going to happen very quickly. When XRP had its last most epic run, when it ran up to almost $4, it happened over the span of about 2.5 weeks. So I'm not worried about. I'm worried about selling on the way to the top. And if I accidentally overshoot and I go a little over the top and I don't, you won't know when it's happening for sure. Overshoot that and then goes back down. Well, okay, fine. If I sell a little bit on the other side, if it's starting to go back down, I can live with that too. I'm hoping to not overshoot. I'd rather sell a little bit soon and just have my peace of mind. So we'll see. But I'm hoping to sell, if not all of it, then certainly most of my XRP. Kind of depends on how high it goes. But I'm thinking if you're starting to talk about it getting up to $10, $12, my gosh, that's looking pretty appealing to me personally. And when I'm factoring in everything else of my overall financial goals and everything else that I own that makes up my net worth, it starts to sound appealing for me. And for some, it wouldn't. And it has nothing to do necessarily, at least not entirely to do with how much XRP I personally hold. So you can try and kind of guess what I have, but you don't know. Because there are other moving parts in my considerations of all this. It doesn't mean that I have a ton. Maybe you have more than me. Maybe I have more than you. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. But yes, suffice it to say, I'll be selling on the way up. And I think a lot of people are going to make the mistake of just thinking it's just going to keep going up and going up and going up. And then you're not going to realize profits. And there will be people buying on the way up on top of that. And to me, that's just that's even worse. I've seen it so many times in crypto with all sorts of, it's not unique to XRP. I've seen that so many times. But when it comes back down, it's going to come back down potentially as quickly as it went up. That's just what we see in crypto markets. So is what it is, but that's not bad. I mean, it's worth talking just so we can kind of mentally prepare ourselves for what may come. But to me, that's exciting. Fine, acknowledging that it's going to come back down. Yeah, it's crypto, so what? But it's exciting to recognize that if crypto markets keep going up, everything's just moving in tandem anyway. Why the hell wouldn't that happen eventually? So, you know what I'm betting on? I'm betting on us hitting a new all-time high and entering price discovery. And Love Crypto certainly agrees. And he's anticipating at least $10, I believe is what he has stated, more like $20 to $30, which is rather similar to what Credible Crypto has. I'm going to pull up something for him in just a second here, but folks, it seems impossible until suddenly it just doesn't seem impossible anymore, which is why I retweeted that from Love Crypto and I wrote the following. In crypto, price levels like this, $8 XRP, seem impossible. That is, until they one day happen out of nowhere. Historically, price action in crypto happens fast. Either you have exposure beforehand, or you don't. Patience is the name of the game as far as I'm concerned. So to all these people that don't understand what it is to take the long-term approach and saying, yeah, but you could have made X amount if you had just told this or that or these other cryptocurrencies, and like, yeah, but you didn't know for sure those were gonna pop off. You don't know that. You don't know a damn thing. I just know that the market moves in tandem. So I'm going to sit here patiently, and I want to make sure I have my exposure, because I think it's more likely than not going to be the case that XRP will hit a new all-time high at some unknown point in the future and enter price discovery. That's it. That's my bet. I've had that same bet for over 4 years. That's it. This takes a long time. I've always been thinking long-term on this stuff. And then there was this from Credible Crypto. And he put this out just, an hour and a half ago. This is 10:19 p.m. Yes, or something like that. 10:19 p.m. tonight. And he wrote the following. And there's a chart on your screen for those that are looking. How many people do you think sold below $40,000 and are waiting for lower to get back in? Flip $42,500 to support, and we squeezed to $52,000 for Bitcoin. So again, Bitcoin's a little below $40,000 at the time that I'm recording this, and he's talking about this range right here where I'm circling, this green bar right here. If that holds, he's expecting to bounce potentially up to that $42,500 level, which we saw literally today. And if that's support, then he's thinking, yep, back above over $50,000. And he's been anticipating that we eventually get back up to that level anyway, but that's just what he's seeing in the charts right now. Then I came across this article, Wall Street Journal article, titled Mainstream Hedge Funds Pour Billions of Dollars into Crypto. And I came across this thanks to Plan B, who is most famous in the world of crypto for having applied the stock to flow model to crypto. And he shared this with his 1.7 million followers, and he simply wrote, "To all weekend sellers, thank you for your contribution." Which I think is kind of funny. You've done your part. Thank you for providing your participation and liquidity, I suppose. But these types of people that are, weekend sellers, whale swoop in typically, and they'll buy up the fear. And then when these same types of people FOMO in as, XRP or whatever, is taking off. So let's say XRP is hitting $10. There's going to be somebody buying it there. There's somebody on the other side of that because they'll feel confidence because the market's moving up right in that moment. Doesn't make logical sense necessarily, but that's what they're doing. That's how people behave historically in crypto. And they'll be our exit liquidity. They're going to be my exit. They can buy from me then. They can't buy my XRP now because I'm not ready to sell at these levels, but they can buy it then, and they will. Just like nobody wanted Bitcoin when it was $3,200 in the middle of December 2018. But I'll tell you what, as it was running up to $70,000, No shortage of people that wanted it then. It's not like the fundamentals of Bitcoin changed. Anyway, take a look at this, though. I want to cover just one part of this. The beginning of part of the article, it's on your screen right now. They're just talking about various hedge funds dumping money, and I've seen a bunch of articles like this, which I do find interesting. It's good to see these types of stories, adoption of crypto. But here's the part that I wanted to highlight. More funds see crypto as a fifth asset class, in addition to stocks, bonds, currencies, and commodities, says Robert Bogucki, or Bogucki, I don't know, co-head of global trading at Galaxy Digital Holdings, Ltd., an early crypto investor. It's big enough now, and that's a quote, it's big enough now. Now, Galaxy, launched by Michael Novogratz, a former senior executive at Goldman Sachs Group, Inc., and Fortress Investment Group, now manages about $3 billion. Now, and this is the part that I found truly interesting. Check this out. One difference from stock trading, most hedge funds are avoiding shorting cryptocurrencies, says Mr. Bogucki, worried that these currencies might shoot up in price, leading to quick and big losses. There you go. So the smart money out there, the big money, they don't want to short this stuff. They recognize that when things happen, they happen quickly. So you can get impatient and be like, I've been holding so-and-so for so long, is it ever just gonna go? And I get it, and so I can't tell you to buy or sell or hold. You do whatever you want to do. My conviction has never been stronger. I'm not wavering on this. My bet is my bet. I firmly believe that I'm right. And that's why I can only sleep easily at night, because I have this exposure to the crypto asset class. If I didn't have the exposure to the crypto asset class, specifically with XRP that I have, then I would not be sleeping easily at night. And then there's this from the Daily Huddle. Bitcoin to diverge from stock market on its way to $100,000. Bloomberg commodity strategist. So there you go. I was right. It was Bloomberg. Bloomberg's senior commodity strategist thinks that the Federal Reserve's planned interest rate hikes could help propel Bitcoin to new all-time highs. In a new interview, analyst Mike McGlone discusses how the perfect storm of geopolitical tensions, soaring oil prices, and domestic monetary policies are setting the stage for a major economic recession. And here's a quote. This is the most significant spark for a recession I've ever seen. I've never seen anything this severe. The Fed's tightening. The stock market's already corrected 10%, 15%. And the Fed, the market's still priced for 625 basis points hikes in the next year. When this happened in 2018, when the market already dropped 15% or so, rates were hiked 4 times. It's lose-lose for risk assets, which is where Bitcoin fits into that space, end quote. Now, the analyst says that in the wake of markets selling off in most asset classes, the fact Bitcoin is dropping less than the NASDAQ could be a sign that Bitcoin is separating from the pack. And so, folks, let more time pass. I'm not saying I'm 100% sold on this. I am saying I find the concept very fascinating. I think it's plausible that this will occur potentially at some point in the future. I'm not saying for sure this is the sign, but I want to pay attention to this. Why? Because that would impact investing strategy, obviously, right? It could heavily invest what people would want to do and how they treat their assets. So it's worth watching this. So whether or not it's happening now, open to debate. But look at what's being posited here by Mike McGlone. Take a look at this quote. When you see the stock market dropping 1%, 2%, 3%, Bitcoin will drop. Pause. So look, he's acknowledging the tie, like I've been saying forever, between equities and crypto. There's a correlation. It moves to different degrees. I was talking about this, I think, literally yesterday. But anyway, so check this quote out again.
I'm your guy. I will keep you posted. I'm your advocate. I'll be back on a daily basis, usually multiple times per day, with these videos to keep you updated with everything going on. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done so, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Feel free to share any of my videos with your friends, family, social media, or anybody who may care to listen. Thanks so much for your continued support. I'm always here for you. I want to help you through this time. So thank you so much for continuing to choose me. Enjoy your day, stay safe, and I'll catch you again probably in a couple hours. Thanks, everybody. See you later.